Oh, good evening everybody, and welcome to Multi21 Racing Community YouTube channel. We're bringing you live commentary from Spa this evening for round 10 of the Group 3 Century League. So we're expecting at least 13 drivers tonight. Chris Shear, Gerard McKinley, Ivan Nodland, Adam Vine, Keith Madge, Aaron Santos, Andrew Faruqia, Anthony Geyer, Simon Horbury, Greg Bellamancina, Greg Trumpy, Phil Marner, and Michael Boucher. Almost missed him out, how could I? Sergio Carnielli. So we're up at Spa for round 10, as I said. We'll have 23 laps. We are racing into the night with an afternoon lights out. Qualifying will be at 8:15. The race is due to start at 8:30. Drivers are just getting on board at the moment and putting in a few warm-up laps. In terms of the championship, Gerard McKinley is in top spot with 381 points, with tonight's round and a further 2 rounds to go. Aaron Santos, 34 points behind on 347. Chris Shear, 293. 4th place, Ivan Nodland, who has just won PP 800. Congratulations. Is in 4th place on 257 points. P5, Tadeusz Judas, 240 points. In 6th position, Mark Burnup, who is unfortunately missing tonight's race with a trip to the theatre, sitting on 232 points. 2 points further behind, in P7, Sergio Carnielli. 8th position, Anthony Geyer, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, on 212 points. P9, Adam Vine, he's missed quite a few races, on 137 points. P10, Andrew Ferrugia, 132 points. Justin in P11, 114 points. Greg Bellamancina, P12 on 112 points. Simon Horbury, 13th, 97 points. Michael Boucher, 14th, 60 points. Greg Trumpy, 15, P15 on 40 points. He's only drove the one race. Phil Marner, having drove 2 races, 16th and 29 points. Phil paying his joker tonight, hoping for a little boost. Keith Madge, P17, 10 points. In terms of the cars, 2 Supras out front, GTR in P3, and then we have a string of Mustangs. So probably the most Supra is the most popular choice of car for this championship. Big shout out to all the guys taking part tonight. It's good to see a good crowd back in action. So the Spa circuit is 7.04 kilometers long. Modern Spa is half the circuit distance of the original Spa. The original Spa was 14 kilometers long. Was completely held on public roads. So qualifying has started. The first couple of cars are going out on track to get the outlaps done. So I'll carry on. It's set in 300 acres of forest in the Belgian mountains. Or should I say hills. Belgium is quite a low country, forms the group of countries, the Low Countries, with Holland. Spa is one of the most historic circuits in the racing calendar and has been in existence since 1925. As well as holding one of the oldest holder of Grand Prix, The track is extremely busy in terms of action taking place most days of the week and most weekends of the year. GP2, GP3, sports car racing, Group 1 racing, Group 2 racing, GT3 racing, GT4 racing. Yes, it's a very popular track for all modes of motorsport. Demolition Derby is about the one thing that's missing. Although in 1998 we had Demolition Derby on the first lap when 18 cars decided to get it on together. Miraculously nobody was seriously injured. It all kicked off at the entry into Radion in rain. Other than the war years, the only year that was missed for the Grand Prix competition was 1969, when Jackie Stewart demonstrated and brought to light safety issues and concerns in motorsport at the time. There was a time when lots of people were dying racing cars. The track that we see today is the result of the many changes that were made following that 1969 cancellation. In terms of Grand Prix, the famous Juan Manuel Fangio was the first winner of a Belgian Grand Prix in 1950. Mick Schumacher is the most successful driver in terms of Grand Prix at Spa with 6 wins. The legend Senna, 5 wins, and still driving today. Hamilton, 4 wins. I dare say he's got 2 or 3 more opportunities to add to that title. Ferrari, the most successful manufacturer at Spa, at 8. Wins. So like I said, it's 7.04 kilometers long. There's 19 corners, 9 to the left and 10 to the right. Spa is famous for rain. Actually, very seldom it's not raining at Spa, to be fair. And many of us will remember in recent times the famous 2-lap race behind the safety car, after hours and hours and hours of waiting for a race to start. Real life GT3 lap record is 2 minutes 16.252, and that was set in 2020 by a McLaren 720S. GT4 lap record at Spa is 2 minutes 31.3 in a Supra set in 2022. So it'll be interesting to see what the pole time is and race fastest lap time this evening. See how close reality is to the virtual world. And right on the button we've got Ivan, who's set to 217.08. So within 8/10 of the real current lap record. So the corners, so we have a tight right-hander right from the off. the source. We go down the hill to Radion, into the dip, and up the hill, Rouge. That'll take us down the Kemmel Straight into the Lacunes complex of corners. The never-ending, cambered against the car, Bruxelles. That takes us into the left-hander, known as Speaker's Corner. Historically, it's known as Speaker's Corner. In recent times, it's been called No Name Corner. There's also been a clamour for it to be named Schumacher Turn. But at the moment, it remains Speaker Corner. Quite a tricky corner. It doesn't look a lot until you're actually looking for the apex on it, and quite often find your car thrown out to the outside of the track. For tonight, that'll deliver penalties to the guys. That leads us on to the double left Pahoon. Very fast corner. Next up's Fagnes. And that takes us on to the right-hander campus at the crest. The cars drop down the hill from campus, called campus because directly opposite the corner is the training centre for motor engineers and technicians. Turn 9 at the bottom of the hill, with Paul Frere. If anybody knows, Paul Frere is a very famous historical Grand Prix driver. He was a pioneer in his time. Doesn't quite have the same recognition as the names Fangio, Sterling Moss. But he did come a little bit before them. From there we go to the famous Blanchemont. Very fast left-hander, taking us down to the chicane. The old layout of the track, the chicane was called the bus stop chicane, basically because it was actually a bus stop when there was no racing. It was part of the public road makeup of Spa. 2000 they declassified all the public roads that the Spa circuit was using, so it's now a completely enclosed circuit with no public traffic at any time. So Jared McKinley has posted a 2 minute 15.587. He's keeping up the record of virtual cars beating real cars lap times. So almost 2 seconds up on almost 1 second up on the real life lap record for GT3. Quite a striking livery from King Racer. Bella in his checkered flag livery, celebrating his Same Car Sunday championship. Sherlock in the Braun inspired livery, paying a visit to the barrier. Phil sporting the Alpha Tauri F1 livery. Adam Vine paying homage to Sonic the Hedgehog. A massive part of my misspent childhood was collecting gold rings with Sonic. So the Ginger Ninja, sporting nice black and yellow Bridgestone livery. Black Mamba's always got some nice livery on show. He just another stone with a nice gold and red number. Falconov. So Andrew in his typical livery colours. Looking forward to seeing his DB5 in the historical sprints. So coming into the closing stages of qualifying, Jack Sowertis is in P1 with a 2:15.5. That's 9/10 up on Ivan in P2. Judicial in P3. King Racer P4. Bella P5, Sherlock P6, Phil P7 and Vinny at the moment P8. Jack Sowertis is pushing on now. He's gone and improved his time by a tenth and a half. 2:15.4. Ginger's facing the wrong way on the straight. Stayed out of everybody's way. Checker flag on is out on qualifying now, so we can confirm Jack Sowertis P1, Ivan Nodland P2, King Racer P3, Judicial P4, Vinny P5, Phil P6, Bella P7, Sherlock P8, Cal Norton P9, Ginger Ninja P10, Spiffy P11, Firewood Man P12, Black Mamba 13, Falconav for P14. So we just wait now for last minute tyre changes and we'll be off. Jack So It is asking for a P break. His qualifying time, he can take his time. So everybody taking part and listening, and viewers who have joined us, please put a like on the stream. You will see some fantastic racing. Spread the word, join the group, get involved. Great bunch of people. Jack So It Is must have had a few beers. We're still waiting. It looks like we've lost one of our drivers. Greg Trumpy seems to have dropped out. And we're off. Rolling start. Cars are all safely away. No mad dash into turn one. So Jack So It Is leading them away. Lap one, safely out front, 1.5. Ivan in P2, King Racer P3, Judicial P4. So pretty much the lineup is how we've started the race. Judicial's getting pretty hot on the tail of King Racer. He's picked up a 0.5 second penalty on the last corner. Jack South is a stretch storming away. 3.7 the gap, 3.8 the gap now. Ivan is on hard tyres, so probably looking to pit stop at the end of this lap. Getting shot of him. Jack's on the soft, so no shame in the gap in the gap. Ivan stays out for another lap. King Racer's closing up on him. So P2 all the way down to P9 are still quite bunched up. Philly's having a look down the inside of King Racer. Philly's made that move stick. King Racer is still having a nibble. Well, Philly seems to have made that place his. Bella's getting interested. He's down the inside. He's now stuck on the outside, left hung out to dry, and Sherlock says, "Yes, I'll have some of that, thank you very much." Opportunistic move, well done. Bella won't be sitting back on that one. Bella is on the hard tyres as well for his first stint. Quite plenty of spiciness in the making, I think, with these 8 front runners. Well, a bunch of 7 runners. P1, Jack, so it is way out in the distance. We'll link up on board with him in a couple of laps' time and see how he's tackling this course. Simon Horbury is looking interested in the back of Judicial, right on his tail, making a move down the inside, thinks better of it. Back on the bumper again. Into Speaker's corner. Oh, Judicial holding him up a little bit there. Oh, Simon just seems to be a little bit reluctant to make the move at the moment. Through Blanchimont, goes to the outside. He might have picked up a penalty there. Down the inside. Oh, Oh, yes, he's picked up a penalty. He's gone wide. Unfortunate for Simon then. Bella's struggling on these hard tyres a little bit. He doesn't want to lose too much ground before he comes off them. He will be wanting those places back. So Sherlock might be having a look down the inside into the Lasore hairpin. He's a little bit too far back this time. Just took that corner really well and he's bolted onto the bumper. He almost had to back out with the pedal there. So this, we might have some spiciness here between these three. Into Lacoons. Bella's very, very close. Sherlock is stuck right to the apex. Bella's picked up, unfortunately, a 0.5 second penalty. Sherlock's gone a little bit wide there and might be picking up one. Yep, he's got a one. So Bella and Sherlock are both on hard tyres, and you push those hard tyres, they're not gonna hold. As soon as they're onto a curb, they're sliding off. Ivan's picked up a 1 second penalty somewhere. Philly's managed to get himself up into P2. Jack So It is well, getting on for 12 seconds down the road now. He needs to make hay. The cars behind him are on mediums and hards, so he's on the softs. He needs that, he's going to want to build a nice cushion. The revolves will be reversed later in the race, and he'll need that cushion to protect his, what he hopes is a race win. Extend his league at the top of the championship. So Ivan's coming in for a little bit of attention from Vinny, Ivan having served his penalty. Looks like Bella may have gone into the pits and got rid of his hard tyres. He's departed from this group of the front 8, so unless he's had enough, more than likely he's gone in for tyres. Ivan's managing to keep Vinny behind him for the time being. Ivan's into the pits, Judicial's into the pits. Bella's just gone into the pits, so he's lost about 30 seconds somewhere, so I think we'll have to go to replays, but we may find he's had a bit of a bad off somewhere. So while the pits are going on, we'll link up with Jack. We'll have a trip round Spa with Jack as he exits speaker corner. Down into Puan, double left-hander. And it's a commentator's curse, I'm afraid. He hasn't put a foot wrong all week, all race. I jump on board for a demonstration of his driving prowess, and he wins it on the exit of Puan. Good spin now, facing the right way, gets himself back down the road. So we'll stay on board. For a curve here. This is one of the old circuit. This is where the old part joins the modern one. Down into the chicane, braking at the start of the curb. Hooks up the apex nicely. He's going into the pits. Philly will be going into the pits, fuel tank's almost empty. Vinny will be going in, tank's almost empty. Ivan's out on the softs. So he's 3 seconds ahead, 3.2 seconds ahead of Sherlock at the moment. So we'll sit on board with Ivan and have a trip round Spa. We will get one before the night is out. Hard on the brakes into the source. Hooks up the apex nicely using the Rouge. Up Radion. The commentator's curse is struck again. I feel afraid to jump on board with anybody anymore because I just feel, yeah, I'm bringing bad tidings to them. So into Lacoon Complex. Down into Bruxelles, camber's against the car, the corner goes on and on and on. Into speaker corner. Down to Puan, 2 corners but treated as one. So into campus. So important the exit of that last corner, because all the way down to the chicane now is 100% throttle. So the more speed you can carry through that previous corner, the more time you're going to make up when you get down to here. So a nice lap from Ivan there. Just a little blip at the top of Rodion. So Ivan in the foreground there, so you can see the gap to P3, and then you can see how close 4 and 5 are in attendance. So we're a third of the way through the race. Jack, so it is still remains quite a distance out front. But he's certainly not immortal. He's shown us an error already. So Philly was in P2, it's a long way down now in P7. I hope he hasn't come to any grief. So the field, we're a third of the way through the race now, and the field is beginning to spread out quite substantially. What we're looking at here, P3, P4, P5, and a little bit further back, P6 is about the closest we've got in terms of seeing some action. Sheer looks gone wide there, so we might see a plus 0.5 on his rooftop. Looks like he's got away with that one. Vinny's pushing hard, he's trying to break that slipstream to P4, but P4's gone wide again. Judicial is looking to take advantage. He's gone around the outside, would you have it? Sherlock's gone wide again. Seems to be struggling a little bit at the moment, Sherlock. Well, a great move there by Judicial. Round the outside and made it stick. And yes, he's been wide that many times. He's eventually got that +5 on his roof. Jack So It is now 20 seconds out in front. Ivan's in P2 in clean air, 5 seconds ahead of this group here. You just see him in the distance there on approach into the Coombs. So Bella and Philly are very close to each other. We'll jump on board with Bella and see how see if we can make some progress here. We'll have a driver eye view of an overtake, maybe. Just having a look on the inside. Decides against it. It's Scrappy has cost him an opportunity into Campus Corner, but he's took that very nice. Philly's gone wide into the gravel. Bella's moved up a place. Driver eye view of the action. We'll stay on board with King Racer. He's getting a little bit interested in Sherlock. Sherlock seems to have been having a couple of difficult laps and wide on quite a few corners, has picked up penalties, having a bit of a mare at the moment. So King Racer going to capitalise on this, like Judicial did a couple of laps ago. A great move round the outside. Judicial on Sherlock, a couple of laps back. Move of the race so far, I'd say. So, King Racer, he's closing in fast, down the inside, into the Coombs, late on the brakes, picks up the apex today, and you can see Sherlock in the mirrors. Textbook move there by King Racer. Well done. So field's very, very well spread out now. This is the closest piece of action, so we'll stick with these two cars at the minute, but King Racer has just moved past Sherlock with ease on entry into the Coombe. So unless Sherlock manages to clean his tyres up after his many trips wide, I don't think he'll be putting any pressure on King Racer at the moment. Two and three are getting very close now. Or maybe Jack, so it is lapping cars. Yeah, it's P13 that's sitting behind Jack at the moment, lap 12. That's his red hot pace this guy's setting. So he's 18 seconds out front. He's on the medium tyres. They're starting to wear a little bit now. And he has had that spin, so he hasn't had it all. He's had quite all his own way. But he's certainly thrown caution to the wind, and he's pushing this car hard. Pace at the moment is the second off his fastest lap time. His fastest lap time was set on softs though, and yeah, looking in pace terms, you're looking at about 7/10, 8/10 in pace between soft tyre and medium tyre, so he's pretty much right on it, all things considered. So, looks like Sherlock has cleaned those tyres up a little bit and he's closed the gap back up to King Racer. He's firmly in the slipstream. Over the top of Rodion, down the Kemmel Straight. Is he going to make a move? King Racer's defending well, takes the hold in the inside line. If Sherlock wants this, he's going to have to hang it round the outside. Staunch defence there from King Racer, but Sherlock's not giving up. He's taking that corner a bit wide. He's looking for some run on the car in front. Round the never-ending Bruxelles, down to Speaker Corner, and then Sherlock will have another run now. So if Sherlock can just keep this tidy through a couple of corners, he's going to have a long slipstream advantage going into Blancmange. Oh, come on. Oh, a great chicane by Sherlock, but he's just got the rear quarter panel of King Racer. He stops dead on the track. Waits for King Racer to get himself going again. And well done, Sherlock. Great sportsmanship. Unlucky. It was a great chicane. unfortunate. The gap between cars on the track at the moment means, you know, everything stays the same. King Racer, despite being nudged round, has still got his P5. King Racer's P6, and he's still hot on the tail. But fantastic sportsmanship, great to see. And this is what Multi21 Racing Community is all about. Race hard, but race fair. So King Racer defending a little bit of fresh air there. Sherlock, he likes to take that Brooksound corner a little bit wider. Sherlock had a little think about down the inside. He's still thinking about it. The side's better. Will he make a move round the outside? He's edging closer and closer, but King Racer is holding that position for now. This is great pressure by Sherlock. Jump on board, Sherlock, for the chicane. King Racer defending the inside line. Who's going to get the better exit? Now coming together on this occasion, King Racer has managed to pull away a touch, but Sherlock is holding on, and battle resumes on entry into the source. Sherlock was looking for the outside inside. The King Racer's defended it. Sherlock's got the slip now all the way down into Rouge and up through Radion. Ball cars through. What a great run Sherlock had there. He nearly ran into the back of King Racer. King Racer still trying to defend and has actually pushed Sherlock slightly. Sherlock pulls out, drops back in behind. This is going to be a battle. And Sherlock's made a little error, and that gives King Racer some breathing space for now. So good driving under pressure from King Racer. Some great defensive lines. Keats is into the pits from P12, getting rid of his mediums. King Racer's gone into the pits, low and fueled. Sherlock's into the pits as well. So those two guys are going to be pretty close together when action resumes. Ivan's into the pits. He's getting rid of his soft tyres. So he'll be seeing the race out on mediums. See if he can make any impact on the race leader, but the race leader is a long way down the road now, and he's 30.5 seconds clear. And we're back with these two boys. These are the stars of the show tonight, giving us plenty of action to look at. They're both on, I think they're both on the premium tyre. Yep. So both cars on fresh soft rubber. That might solve Sherlock's going wide problems for the rest of this race. If you tidy up those lines, he's certainly got the pace to put King Racer under pressure. King Racer's certainly got a talent for finding the defensive line and keeping cars behind them. So an intriguing battle to come, I'm sure. So Jack's into the pits from P1. Vinny takes over P1. I'm sure it won't be long before Vinny's into the pits. He certainly can't run on fresh air. So at the exit of the chicane, it's 1.3 seconds between Sherlock and King Racer. Ivan's coming out of the pits now. So Ivan's resumed in P5. I'm pretty sure Vinny needs to come into the pits, and I'm pretty sure Judicial needs to come into the pits at some point. So net placing is Jack, so it is. Ivan P2, that would make King Racer P3 and Sherlock P4. So not only is it potentially a battle royal, but it is a battle for the podium by the looks of things. 7 laps to go. We'll jump on board with King Racer. He's closing up on the back of Ivan. Ivan's on medium tyres. King Racer's on fresh soft rubber. And we can keep an eye on Sherlock in the rear view camera. King Racer's making no meal about this at all. He's around the outside. Ivan's holding. A little bit sketchy, but all good. And King Racer has made that place stick. Can he get through the chicane? And he's away, and there you can see Ivan. We've seen his rear view a couple of seconds ago, and now we're looking at his front view, because he has been passed by King Racer, but he's not given up on it. He's trying to get alongside. He is alongside. He's actually passed. Great move from Ivan. Very brave into your rouge on the outside there. But now King Racer's got the slipstream up the Campbell Straight. He draws alongside Ivan. He is on the outside line, but he's made the pass before the entry point of Raccoons. Ivan's had to get out of that very, very quickly. Sheer Luck is looking to capitalise on that battle between Ivan and King Racer. Sheer Luck's took a very tight line this time round. King Racer is pulling away from Ivan a little bit, we can see up front. Sheer Luck is 3/10 off the back of Younger Luck now, so he will have some slipstream, but we do have a spinner. Who is the spinner? Philly. Philly's had a spin back there. King Racer's looking to get beyond him now. The inside, textbook move, wasted no time. But Ivan's true as well, Sheer Luck's true as well. It's all hotting up now. 5 laps to go. Philly's into the pit, so that explains why he just got out of everybody's way. Another great example of sportsmanship. You knew he was coming into the pits. It was pointless battling and getting involved with this battle here. So basically, once the one got past, he let everyone through. Well done. So Ivan's very interested on the tail of King Racer once more. We know King Racer can take up some great defensive lines, so Ivan's going to have to leave some magic around the outside, I think. Or maybe throw a dummy. So Sheer Luck has fell away from these two for the moment. He's 1 second behind. If Ivan can keep close through this complex here, he's going to have slipstream down into Longmont and beyond. Sheer Luck has closed up to get into Ivan's slipstream. So we've got a nice triple battle. Sheer Luck has a very good exit out of the chicane. Very consistent with a good exit. So good, in fact, that he's almost running into the back of cars coming out of there. Maybe if he doesn't get quite so close on future approaches, he'll be able to capitalise on that exit with a run down into Rouge and Radion, or certainly along the Kemmel Straight. But he certainly seems to have a bit more momentum coming out of the chicane than most of the cars. Ivan drifted a little bit wide there and he's lost a 10th on King Racer. Sherlock has closed up a tent. Wow. And Sherlock has just sent it down the inside. What a move. That happened so quick I nearly missed it. And he's right on the tail of King Racer now. We've seen Sherlock is very strong on the exit of the chicane. So can he make hay? He's right up the back of King Racer on exit there. So once again, he just seems to have that chicane nailed down. And it's bringing him rewards. So nicely through the source. Again, he's so well through that tight slow corner that he's literally had to back off the bumper of King Racer. But that will cost him momentum. He's still got the slipstream, he can still capitalise. We know what King Racer's going to do here. It'll be the inside line all the way down the Kemmel Straight. If Sherlock wants to make the move, you're doing it round the outside, pal. Ivan's hanging on, scrabbling in the dirt on the edge of the track. But he's still hanging in there. Picked up a penalty. So that'll take him further away from this battle shortly. So Sherlock has certainly got the pace at the moment. Having a nibble round the outside. So here we go, full throttle all the way to the chicane. Can Sherlock make something happen here? Or will he wait till after the chicane? So Falcon's pulled off to the side of the track there, recognising that there's a hot battle coming his way. Another fantastic example of sportsmanship at Multi21 Racing Community. Great shot of the two cars coming over the top of Rodion. So Sherlock again, he's in the slipstream. 2/10 the gap. He's not going to make anything happen here though. He's gone too wide there. He might have picked up a plus 0.5, I'm afraid. No, he's got away with that one. But he has got quite a gap to close again. King Racer can breathe easy for a lap or so. Gather himself up for last lap. So we'll join up with a race leader for his final lap. He's been out front all race. He took pole by almost a second. Fastest set a blind and fastest lap of 2 minutes 16.018. Solidifying his position at the top of the championship. So King Racer's P2 in the championship, and he's down in 4th place at the moment in this race. It looks like he's managed to cement that place. So Jack's extending the gap now by a good 15 points with 2 races to go. Through Blanchimont for the last time. Down into the chicane. He slows right down. He's taking no chances now. And across the line he comes for the checker flag. So Vinny has had a really solid race. P2 is his. Judicial P3. King Racer P4, well done, he's earned that. Ivan on the line, P5, Sherlock P6. Philly P7. With Bella in close attendance, fighting all the way to the line. Good hard racing again. Wibbly Wobbly P9. Simon and P10. Firewood Man P11, Black Mamba P12, and Falcon brings us up in P13. So fantastic racing again tonight. We've seen some great driving, we've seen some great sportsmanship. We've seen high quality racing. We've seen some cars going wide, the odd mistake, but we didn't see cars all over the place and such like. The quality of overtaking was bang on. Good hard defending from drivers. Great opportunistic overtakes, both down the inside, sending it down the inside and hanging it around the outside. We've had it all tonight. Anybody watching, I hope you've enjoyed. If you haven't already, press the like button. Have a look at Multi21 Community channel. Have a look on Facebook. Jump on board through Discord and get your car on the track. See you all next week for round 11. Take care and good night.